Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It's Saturday morning. Meant to get this video out a week ago, but was waiting on the email from Cover Price. I just got it yesterday. So this is for the week ending July 29th. So it's not the most up to date, but it does give us a good list to look at. Some books that are on the move. Cover Price is a website that basically it kind of takes information off of eBay and several other auction sites to determine what particular comic book is selling for. So they basically it's probably an algorithm that they use that gathers the information. Then it will chart a kind of like a stock chart. It'll kind of chart how the trend of that particular comic book is over a 1 week, 2 week, maybe a 1 month period. So it's kind of a good gauge to get an idea of what's on the move and what could be worth picking up or speculating on, especially in your local comic book shop, back issue bins. I think it's a good resource for if you want to do that type of hunting. So, yeah, let's jump into it here. This is the top 20 list for the week ending July 29th. Let me zoom in here a little bit, and we'll go down to number 20 on the list, which is Ghost Rider number 28. This is the first of Midnight Suns. We've got Ghost Rider coming to Disney Plus, and then we've also got a new Blade movie coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So this book is definitely on the move. It's raw high sale of $20. I looked on eBay, and yeah, about 20. Right now you can buy it now for $21.99 plus $6 shipping. It seems to be one of the lowest price ones. Well, here's a $10 one. It might be in lower condition, but yeah, here's somebody that's got a bunch of them for sale. So this is was a heavily printed book. 1992 was definitely the heyday of printing 1 million copies of everything. So there's no shortage of this book out there. In fact, there's a comic book shop I'll probably go to in the next week here where I might be able to find it. I've probably seen it there before. They have like $1, $2 books, that kind of thing. So if I could pick this up for $1 or $2, it's probably a good deal. Obviously, it's selling around 20. I think this came in a bag, a sealed bag, a collector's edition. Yeah, that's kind of how I remember it. So be on the lookout for that when you're in your local shops. You might be able to find that sitting in a back issue or a dollar bin. Number 19, House of X number 1, the Joe Madero variant. I don't know if I remember. Yeah, I remember that cover. I wasn't impressed with it. Not for me. I could have bought that fairly cheaply, but it's saying here raw high sale $40. I don't know. I picked up a couple of House of X variants that I think are going to do much better than that one. So that's one that I didn't go after, and obviously I wouldn't pay $40 now if I wasn't going to pay 15 or 20 when it came out. Number 18 on the list, Thor number 1, the blank cover variant. Yeah, I guess this is for people that want to go to a Comic-Con and have their favorite artist draw on that cover. Hitting a high sale of $30. I don't ever buy blank covers, so it's not anything that I'd be interested in. Number 17 is Captain Marvel number 8. This came out recently. This was over a week ago. First appearance of a new character called Star. 7-day trend up 87%. Raw high sale of $26. I was able to pick up the Carnageized cover. I didn't get the A cover. I think the Carnageized cover is way better anyways. So, but A cover tends to be better long term in the collector's market. So just be aware of that. If you really have to own that first appearance, the A cover is the one to probably pick up. Number 16, Infinity Gauntlet number 1. Rumors have been circling that Thanos might return in the next phase of the MCU, and maybe not as a villain. Either way, renewed interest has helped sell 15 copies in a 7-day trend of 379%. Raw high sale of $117. I mean, I got this book. I've got a mint copy too. It's probably a 9.8 easy. I bought it for like $30. So yeah, I'm happy it's at 117. It's just one of those books I think you got to own. It's definitely a piece of comic book history. I don't think I'd pay $117 for it now, obviously, but yeah, it's nice to see it's on the move. Number 15, Eternals number 5. First appearance of Makara, Damo, Thena, Zerus, and Gamelsold. I don't know. No one knows who these Eternals are. Cersei's the only one anyone vaguely has an idea of who is in the Eternals. So this is a comic book movie that is driving prices of comic books that for years and years no one gave two shits about. So, you know, Kirby definitely has his place in comic book history, but most of his books that I've read are atrocious, campy, just not good, especially by today's standards. So I try to read some of these older books, and I just, I know there's people out there that think the older books are better, but I disagree. I think comic books today are 50 times better than they were back in the 70s and 80s. Just my opinion. I know not everyone may share that, but Eternals, in my opinion, I've read those books. I probably even owned them at one time, but I just never cared for them at all. So that's something you're after. 9.8 just sold for $911. So have fun with that. Number 14, Valkyrie, Jane Foster number 1, the Dodderman variant, San Diego Comic-Con variant, I guess. 7-day trend up 185% to a raw high sale of $27. It's a nice cover. This is a book that I'm not buying. I don't know. Unless I hear something fantastic that the writing is just absolutely great, it's a pass for me. But some of you may be interested in that. That's number 14 on the list. Number 13 is Spawn 299. The San Diego Comic-Con variant. This book's on fire. I remember seeing it on eBay as a pre-sale for like $100, $100 or 150. It was still expensive even on pre-sale. And now, yeah, it's $400 or $500 now for that book. Most of them are probably getting CGC graded right now. So if you go on eBay, type in Spawn 299 San Diego Comic-Con. So you got some auctions, 5-day auctions still up to $255 with 14 bids. That's probably going to be easily over $400. Here's one with 1 day left at $360. A lot of auctions. There's a buy it now for $800 ungraded. Crazy. Excuse me. Here's one ungraded for $549. Boy, here's somebody that is a little crazy. $2,000? $2,000? Come on. Someone buys that for $2,000. And there's 19 people watching it? Yes, this is crazy. All right, I get it. It's only 500 copies. In 6 months to a year, when nobody's paying attention to Spawn again, I guarantee you I will pick this up for under $100. You guys want to place a bet with me? I'm pretty sure that'll happen. This $500-$600, all these people that are paying this kind of money are going to get absolutely destroyed. I just don't see that book holding its value long term. That's just my opinion. I know not everybody's going to agree with that, but that's okay. And I like Spawn. I think it's a good book, well written for the most part. I've been collecting all the issues since 283, I think, is when I started back on Spawn. So I'm definitely in on the current run. I just don't think that book is worth near the money that it's fetching right now. Number 12, Eternals number 2, the 25-cent variant. I've already given my opinion about Eternals, but there is a collecting base out right now that is definitely chasing these books, and a 9.8 just sold for just under $1,000. Number 11 is Thor: God of Thunder number 25. This is the first cameo. Excuse me, guys. First cameo appearance of Jane Foster as Thor. I bought that entire run, so I've got a copy of that in my collection, up 125%. Raw high sale of $65, not bad. So definitely a lot of things Thor related are on the move. Number 10 on the list. Man, my voice is just struggling here this morning. Number 10 on the list is Walking Dead 193, the San Diego Comic-Con version. 9.8 looks like 9.8s are mainly going for the big money. 9.8 just sold for $125. Yeah, I mean, it's a historic issue. I picked up the regular cover, A cover, first print, for cover price. So, it's worth holding on to long term. But, I don't know. A couple months from now, I think some of these things that are going for hot money will probably cool down a little bit. So if that's something you really want to buy, I would probably just wait a little bit on that. Number 9 is Eternals #1. Again, Eternals because of the movie coming out. Hopefully it's a good movie. If it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, where they make it kind of fun and interesting, and make it kind of a broad-based appeal, that could definitely make these books go higher. If it fails, these books are going to dive. So, very speculative in my opinion. 9.8 just sold for $1,500. Yeah, it's a little crazy to me, but not anything I would be buying. Number 8 on the list, Captain Marvel #8, the In-Hook Lee. I just talked about that. That is the cover that I think is worth buying. In-Hook Lee is a great artist, one of my favorite, and that cover is absolute fire. I picked that up for cover price at one of my local shops. Yeah, it's going for pretty good money now. I think $25 to $30 range is what I've been seeing. 9.8 just sold for $150. So there is some heat on that book. Number 7 is Walking Dead 193, regular A cover. I just talked about that. 7-day trend up 88%. A high sale on 9.8 at 109. That book's probably cooling off. This report's probably a little old. Let me see here. If I can, I think it's gone down a little bit since then. 193. Let's see what it's going for. Buy it now for $149. Yeah, $150 seems to be the average price. Oh, there's one for $100. So there's an outlier. There's another one for $100. So okay, so you can get it for around, with shipping, $15. So around $115. So not quite the $150 price tag, but yeah, it says $109. So that's pretty accurate, I guess. With shipping, that's about right. Number 6, Marvel Fanfare #11. Black Widow movie coming out. First, Melina Volstikov, Iron Maiden, I guess, is the character. That book's at a raw high sale of $65. That's probably one that was definitely under the radar. Anybody that picked that up really cheap prior to this announcement, congratulations. That's definitely one that I didn't know about. And that book's definitely on fire. Number 5 on the list, Thor #1. Jane Foster movie as the new Thor, obviously, is moving that book, and in 9.8 just sold for $450. That's crazy. That was a heavily printed book, by the way. Easy to buy for cover price. In fact, a year ago I bought one for maybe $10 or $15. With shipping, maybe $15. It was pretty cheap, and I could have bought 5 of them if I wanted to. I bought just one copy and one of the variants, and that book's on fire. So I'm contemplating selling it. I don't know if long term, I don't know. It's hard to say what's going to happen if it goes up more. I mean, maybe the movie will be good. I don't know. I'm willing to have an open mind about it. Number 4 on the list is Thor #8. That's the big reveal of Jane Foster as the new Thor. So that's the first full appearance. 9.8 just sold for $229. That book's on fire as well. Number 3 on the list is that Magnificent Mrs. Marvel number 5. Basically just because of the cover. She's in a new costume. Raws are selling for around $25. So it's I guess it's a cover swipe of, or an homage to Secret Wars number 8 with Spider-Man with a new costume. So, yeah, I mean, I don't like Miss Marvel. I think the writing on it is terrible. The character is terrible. I sound like Charles Barkley. It's terrible. I wouldn't buy it with my money. It's terrible. That's just a book that I wouldn't buy normally. Number 2 on the list, What If number 10. Yeah, this was a book that I definitely missed. I could have picked this up for $40, $50 about a year ago. I bought a big What If run, but I didn't get this one in the run, unfortunately. And yeah, that's a $200 book now, raw condition. Crazy. Well, here they're saying a raw sale of $500. That seems insane. I think I saw one at $200, but I don't know about $500. Farmhand number 1 is the number 1 issue on the list. Another book that I didn't pick up. This is a series by the creator of Chew. I guess AMC has announced that they're going to develop it into something. I don't know, a TV show maybe. That book is on fire at the moment. 9/8 just sold for $140. I think I saw Raws around $20 to $25 for that book. So congratulations to anyone that picked that up. I missed it. I guess a good rule of thumb is any number 1s that come out with Image, you may want to buy just because they'll get optioned. That's usually a good rule of thumb. So that's your top 20 list from Cover Price. Also, real quick, Ghost Spider number 1, the Shannon Mayer variant, that comes out this Sunday. It's definitely a nice cover. There'll be a trade dress and a Virgin. The trade dress and the Virgin is probably the one I'm going to pick up for $55 plus shipping. So, yeah, it'll cost me $60 basically. So what will end up happening is the trade dress will be worth $15 to $20, and the Virgin will be potentially worth about what I paid for the set, right? That's kind of how the last one went. This artist is definitely on fire lately. So the print runs, not as low as normal. I think the trade dress is at $3,000 and the Virgin's at $1,000. So, it probably will sell out, I would think, by Sunday, by the end of the day on Sunday. I don't think it will sell out in 5 minutes. I don't think it's going to be that fire hot because it's not a super, super low print run. If it was a 500 print run, I think it would, but I think it'll sell out probably by the end of the day. So that's something you're interested in. Just be aware, Sunday after 2 p.m. is when you want to be looking for that. I don't think you need to be on it right away, but definitely it could sell out within a few hours. So just be aware of that. I think it's a cool cover. I think it'll do well. All right, guys, that's all I had. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this top 20 list. Also, Ghost Spider, if you think that's worth picking up or not. Yeah, let me know in the comments, and I will have another video out in a few days. All right, guys, have a great weekend.